Welcome. Today I am doing this. I am going to melt some silver. So the point of this is eventually to try to make some coins. First of all, I have to make the raw materials or the raw shapes. I don't want to just cast coins since it would be very easily done. I want to stamp them like the mint or mint them like a mint does today. And that process is a little bit more complicated than just melting down and pouring it into a shape or mold of what you want. So this is my first try at casting into this thing. I don't know if you can see that, maybe from here. So I'm going to be casting into this thing. It has a slit in the top and it's held together by this clamp in order to just hold it together, and it will produce a kind of brick I can then roll down to the wanted shape. So this is kind of the beginning. This can also be used to make wires. You might see that in the correct lighting. So it's a versatile tool. So let's just get this thing up to temperature and I'll get back to you. To start off with, what we have are these here medallions. They're Norwegian medallions that are made by the Royal Mint in Norway. They're 999 fine silver. I've put 4 in right now and I'm just heating up the oven. The oven is steadily creeping up. I've got a lot more here. I might use them today or another day. Hopefully today. It's now at 600 degrees Celsius, that is, and we need to get up to around a little bit above 1,000. I'm going to show you exactly. So in order to get up to silver's melting point, we need to get up to 961 degrees Celsius. There you go. That's the melting point of silver. I'm gonna eventually put it up at 1,000 because you always want a little bit more just so it stays liquid for longer, so it doesn't solidify in the crucible. All of these cast iron molds need to be preheated before I start pouring any silver in it. If not, there's going to be trapped moisture that could start popping and make the silver splash onto me or something, and we don't want that. To remove that moisture, I'm going to use this burner here. Goes up to 1,900 there. So should be good. You can just see it glowing, and I want to put the lid on again because while it's like this, it's just it's losing heat. So that's going to take some time to heat up. It says that it's now at 1,000 degrees, and we'll know that it is once the top of this is quite yellow glowing. Now it's more like a cherry red, and nothing has started to melt inside there yet, not that we can see anyways. And it's gonna take some time, so I'm just gonna skip ahead. See if we can show you how it looks like molten inside there. Might be hard to see, but that's liquid silver right there. And you can see the whole thing is like cherry red. When I take this out, the bottom is gonna glow yellow. So it's gonna be really, really warm. I decided I'm gonna put some more coins in. I want to be careful because this could splash. There is a lot of liquid silver in there. Just gonna have to close this up and wait for it to melt as well. And it's actually better to do it this way, to actually add the silver in later, because it takes a bit of time to melt and start melting the silver, and especially if you have a lot of it, because it's going to conduct through all the metal that you have in there. So if you start with a little and it turns into liquid, it's going to help just kind of consume the next coins that you put in, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you. Alright, so we're getting ready to pour some silver. So looking nice and neat up in there. When we take this out, it's going to be really warm. So I want to have both my gloves on, because if not, it's going to give me like a sunburn on my hands. I'm going to preheat this a little bit extra, just make it extra ready. Now we can have some silver popping out of the top here. So this is gonna, when you see the bottom of this, it's gonna be very interesting to look at. And this is how glowy it is. So if I didn't have these gloves on, I'm not necessarily very happy with that, but this is what we got. It's a bar of silver. So I'm gonna prep this for another piece. Yeah, we'll go for that later. Yeah, that was a really even pour. We didn't spill anything on this one. So we're gonna try to take it apart. It's very even compared to the other one. Yeah. So that's gonna turn out very nicely, I'm sure. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed just looking at me pouring some silver, and maybe that you would like to do some of this yourself. I will be happy to help and answer any questions if I can answer them. I'm kind of encouraging people to get to do this, because we need more people that are able to melt and, well, reshape silver into things that we need. Because if it's going to be a liquid metal, uh, as with barter or anything else, it's got to be, well, literally liquid. People have to be able to use it for what they want to use it for and what it's intended to be used for. So don't hesitate to ask me.
If there's anything I can help you with, I would be happy to answer all of your questions. Just leave them in the comment section below or wherever it is, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Uh, and don't hesitate to show me whatever you're doing. I'd love to hear about what you guys are doing to try to just make silver a more viable barter item, and also just what you like to do with it for fun. Because, I mean, stacking is fun, but being able to do something with your stack, now that's a lot more fun. So I hope to see you more in the future. Sayonara.